All right, I'm recording this a couple days before Valentine's Day. Now, I have a problem with a relationship with a family member that I need to get over at one point, but I have some challenges that make it difficult. I have a family member who, over the past year, 2 years, has developed this habit of interrupting in a conversation. She never did it before. And it's okay if I'm talking to her and she interrupts. The problem is that I get into this mindset of I need to talk fast before people interrupt. And that's where I get into trouble. The reason I stopped talking to this family member is because I was talking to my boss not long after talking to her, and I made a mistake with talking to the boss because I kept thinking the boss might interrupt. I get this adrenaline going on, and I messed up. And I discover, oh my God, my interaction with this family member is really shaping my social skills, and I need to cut ties with her. And I cut ties with her, and I haven't talked to her for 6 months, and now I don't know what to do. I have some tricky situations at work. I don't want to deal with the family member right now. I want to get over my problems at work first, and then talk to this family member. So I've kind of conceded that, for now at least. When I'm more stable at work, I might go back to it. And it just goes to show that whatever challenge you're dealing with, right? I hope you're still taking care of your New Year's resolution. I know by this point a lot of people are not. But one step at a time, right? If you're doing intermittent fasting, if you're normalizing your relationship with food, if you're getting over social anxiety, tackle the easy stepping stones first, right? So for example, in 2020, I made a New Year's resolution to normalize my relationship with food. And I realized there were certain things that would be tricky to tackle while I was tackling my eating problems, right? One of the big ones was that I had a difficult time. Once I started eating, I had a difficult time putting food away. Now, this sounds really silly until I give an example. Let's say I'm working 2 jobs and I have 15 minutes in between in order to get food, and I get my food and then the phone rings, right? It's my boss or it's an important person in my life. And especially if I've already started digging into my food. If I haven't started yet, sometimes I can get over that. But once I put one bite in my mouth and then the phone rings, I will feel edgier and edgier on that phone call. I've had times where I've lost clients over it. I've had times where I've lost friends over it. I just get edgier and edgier. I've learned when that happens, when I pick up the phone, this is not a good time to talk without giving too much of an explanation. Because let's face it, the other person can't see you. There are a lot of reasons it might not be a good time to talk. Maybe you just injured yourself or something, right? You don't have to give an explanation. In fact, try to put down the phone before an explanation can be demanded. Right? I'm sorry, this is not a good time to talk. Let me call you back at 5 o'clock, and just put down the phone and get back to your meal. I've learned to do that. Now, I've learned to avoid putting myself in a tricky situation when I do eat in order to avoid that, right? But lately I've been tackling that challenge as well and trying to challenge myself to put food away after 2 bites, right? Because I know the situation may arise. One of my big fears ever since the events of last year is getting wrongfully arrested or detained, right? I'm in the middle of a meal and the police kick down my door. Maybe it's even the wrong door, right? I don't think I would do anything that would invite the police to kick down the door, but mistakes can happen, right? And if my mouth is watering the whole time I'm trying to explain to the police officer and showing him my ID and all that, or worse yet, if I can't put down my food and I continue to eat, and you don't want to be moving your arms around while the police are at your door, that could be trickier. I don't know why I keep thinking of that scenario. I've had nightmares about it. I think about it all the time when I'm eating. I don't know why. Ever since George Floyd, I can't seem to get over that thought. I don't think it will ever happen. Nothing even approaching it has ever happened. I've had encounters with police, right? I've had traffic stops and all that. But I don't know why I keep dreaming of this situation. It's just weird. But eventually I do have to get over putting down my food in the middle of the meal. Eventually I do have to get over talking to a family member that might make me feel a little bit adrenaline, right? And learning to deal with the adrenaline with only that family member and not with everybody else, right? But I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And I just want to make a video that if you have some life goals, don't try to jump into the last chapter of that goal, right? One step at a time, right? Thanks for watching.